Jairam Ramesh's distincting act, as the BJP has now been tweeting images to counter the Congress party, saying that here is your leader, a close aide of Rahul Gandhi, who is pushing the propaganda of George Soros, and I have tweeted the evidence, and that has now been put forth by the BJP in a bid to counter of what would be, cannot call it exactly a change of heart, but something that is the Congress party here not specifically putting up with the agenda, with what George Soros had to say in the United States while he seemed to be lecturing India on democracy and a democratically elected government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We'll put out that tweet on part of Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP. But here is the counter that is now coming in as far as they need to point out of what exactly is the link which the BJP now seems to be putting forth between George Soros and the Congress party.
Congress party and Jairam Ramesh's belated attempts to distance themselves from the statement of George Soros, which unveils his intentions to destabilize and demonize Indian democracy, won't cut any ice because Mr. Jairam Ramesh loves movie titles. It is not Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. It is actually Hum Saath Saath Hain. The Congress party is not an innocent bystander, but a vector of this propaganda and this insidious agenda of this self-styled economic war criminal called George Soros.
Madhav also joining us live with more details. Madhav, this controversy is only going to escalate the next few hours, though the opposition coming out with mixed responses, the BJP making it very clear while launching a frontal attack on George Soros, accusing him of not only targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but also the Indian democratic system.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, these comments of George Soros have literally set the cat amongst the pigeons as far as the Indian political landscape is concerned. A massive political controversy that's ensued on a day when the Congress was hoping to put the government on the mat with a nationwide, press conference of various spokespersons and senior leaders of the party across the length and breadth of the country. Over 24 such press conferences that had been planned by the Congress party. On that morning, in fact, we see this comment coming in from George Soros. And what does this comment really mean? Because immediately after George Soros comes out and raises questions as far as the links between Adani and Prime Minister Modi, talks about the revival of democracy, immediately you saw opposition party leaders right this morning hit out on the front foot, saying that this raises serious concerns, that the government must look into it, and very serious questions and issues that George Soros has raised, to which Union Minister Smriti Irani in her press conference said that whichever political parties they may be, they must look at India's interest first. And look at the fact that these are comments coming in from foreign soil, from a person who is, has very questionable past. It's not just the Bank of England, several other economies, and, their difficulties that George Soros has in the past been linked with. And in that context, George Soros's comments must be seen in the larger context of those sitting on foreign soil who want to disrupt activities and
how
events
do we
here in
understand
India,
if we can call it a flip-flop on part of